Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are going to learn how to solve difficult equations using the balancing method. We've got 3 success criteria, and the first one is to solve equations involving negative coefficients of x. So we want to solve this equation, 20 minus 2x equals 6. So we're going to solve it using the balancing method, which means we draw a line through the equal sign, and whatever we do to one side of the equal sign, we've got to do the same to the other side. The first thing we're going to do is get rid of that positive 20. So we're going to do the opposite, which is take away 20. So we take away 20 from both sides. That leaves us with minus 2x on this side, and 6 minus 20 is minus 14. The next thing we're going to do is divide both sides by minus 2. So we have x on this side, and minus 14 divided by minus 2, well, 2 minuses make a positive, and 14 divided by 2 is 7. So our answer is x equals positive 7. Here's another example. So again, I'm going to use the balancing method. So I draw a line down through the equal sign, and the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of that positive 8. So I take away 8 from both sides. That leaves me with minus 4x on this side, and 15 take away 8 is 7. So minus 4x equals 7. Then I divide both sides by minus 4. So a positive number divided by a negative number will make a negative answer. So my answer's got to be negative. So I have x on this side and minus 7 over 4 on this side. Here are some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video. When you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers, there's your amber answers, and there's your red answers. And now we've completed success criteria 1. So now we're going to move on to number 2, and this is to solve equations with an unknown on both sides. So we want to solve this equation, and you can see we've got an x on both sides of the equal sign. So the first thing to do is to get rid of the smallest letter. So we've got 5x and we've got 3x. So 3x is obviously smaller than 5x. So I put a line down through the equal sign, and I take 3x off both sides. So 5x minus 3x is 2x, plus 2. 3x minus 3x is nothing, so all that's left on this side is positive 9. Then I can solve it just like a normal equation. So I take away 2 from both sides, which means I've got 2x equals 7. Then I divide both sides by 2, so x equals 7 over 2. Here's a question for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to see what you should have done, press play. So we want to solve the equation 9x minus 4 equals 2x plus 11. So we draw a line through the equal sign, and we think about which is smaller, 9x or 2x. Well, 2x is obviously smaller, so we take 2x off both sides. that leaves us with 7x minus 4 equals positive 11. Then we add 4 to both sides. So we have 7x equals 15. Then we divide both sides by 7. So x is 15 over 7. Here's another example. So again, I look from the smallest letter. So we've got 2x and 5x. So I'm going to take 2x off both sides, because 2x is smaller than 5x. So that leaves me with minus 9 on this side, and 3x minus 12 on this side. Then I can get rid of the minus 12 by adding 12 to both sides. So minus 9 plus 12 is positive 3. Then I can divide both sides by 3. So I get 1 equals x, or I can give the answer x equals 1. Here's another example. Again, I need to think about which is smaller, 6x or minus 4x. And minus 4x is going to be smaller. So I need to take minus 4x off both sides. Now when we take away a minus number, it becomes a plus. So I'm actually adding 4x to both sides. So on this side, I'll have 10x plus 2. And on this side, I'll just have 10. Then I can take 2 off both sides. So 10x equals 8. Then I can divide both sides by 10. So x equals 8 over 10. So we don't need to simplify our answer unless we're asked to. Here's a question for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to see what you should have done, press play. So we want to solve this equation 4x minus 10 equals 6 minus 2x. So we think which is our smaller letter, 4x or minus 2x? And minus 2x is smaller than 4x. So we take minus 2x off both sides, which is the same as adding 2x to both sides. So we get 6x minus 10 equals 6. So then I add 10 to both sides. So 6x equals 16. Then I divide both sides by 6. So x equals 16 over 6. Here's some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers. There's your amber answers. And there's your red answers. The greens made turtle, the ambers made stingray, and the reds made dolphin. And now we've completed success criteria 2. So now we're going to move on to number 3, and this is to form and solve equations. So we want to find the value of x in this isosceles triangle. Now we know in an isosceles triangle that the base angles are equal to each other. So we can say that 10x minus 30 is equal to 5x plus 20. Now we can solve it. So we take 5x off both sides. So we get 5x minus 30 equals positive 20. Then we add 30 to both sides. So 5x equals 50. Then we can divide both sides by 5. So x equals 10. Here's another example. So we're told this is a rectangle and all measurements are in centimetres. We want to find the value of the shortest side. So we know in a rectangle that the sides opposite each other are equal in length. So we can say that 10x plus 7 equals 4x plus 31. Then we can solve it. And we take 4x off both sides. So we get 6x plus 7 equals 31. Then we take 7 off both sides. So 6x equals 24. Then we divide both sides by 6. So x equals 4. Now we need to make sure we answer the question because we're asked for the value of the shortest side. So the shortest side would be x plus 9. And we know x is 4. So the shortest side must be 13 centimetres. Here are 2 questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to see what you should have done, press play. So here are your answers. So for the green answer, because it's an isosceles triangle, we know that 2x plus 8 will be equal to 8x minus 40. So we can solve it by taking 2x off both sides. So 6x minus 40 equals 8. Then we can add 40 to both sides. So 6x equals 48. Then we divide both sides by 6. So x equals 8. Now again, we've got to make sure we actually answer the question. We want to find the size of the largest angle. So the largest angle will be 20x minus 28. And if x is 8, that means the largest angle will be 132 degrees. For your amber question, we want to find the perimeter of the rectangle, given that the area is 11x plus 23. So to find the area of a rectangle, we do the length times the width, so that's 3 times 5x plus 5, and we know that's equal to 11x plus 23. So the first thing we need to do is expand that bracket, so we times 5x plus 5 by 3. which is 15x plus 15. Then we can solve it by taking 11x off both sides. So 4x plus 15 equals 23. Then we can take 15 off both sides. So 4x equals 8. Then divide both sides by 4. So x equals 2. So we want to find the perimeter, which means we add up all the sides. And remember, x is 2. So the perimeter must be 36 centimeters. And now we've completed success criteria 3. So now that we've completed the last objective, it's time to end the video. Hope you enjoyed it and hope you found it useful. Make sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to check out the videos on the rest of the channel. I'll see you next time. See ya.